We are back for episode number 13 here on the Old Stream Farm. Today we're going to be picking up right where we left off in the last one. We have a bunch of straw that needs to be baled up, and we've got some grass over here that needs to be mown. So I think what's probably going to be the best thing to do is go ahead, bale up all that straw first so we see how much straw we've got. Then we can kind of change tunes a little bit, as it were, and come over here and get all of our grass fields mowed up. We'll also have to figure out which ones are going to be getting hay and which ones are going to be getting silage. In the past, we have done silage on 6, 7, 10, and 8, and 13, and then we did hay on 11 and 12. I still think that's a good idea. That seemed to work well for us previously, so I think we're going to do that again. We are going to start, however, by cleaning up a little bit of poo. So we've got our Farson set up here, something that we got in the previous setup of episodes. So check those out if you haven't seen them already. But now we have a telehandler. It's got a front loader attachment on it, actually. I didn't know that to begin with. I thought it was a telehandler. But hey, we've got manure. There you go. Manure is out. I am curious to see how much manure we actually have, though. Let's see. 55,000 liters, 507. Man, oh man, that is a lot of poo. We've also got 116,000 liters of slurry, which gives me hope that we will be able to start utilizing some of that slurry and some of that manure when it comes to fertilizing. For now, we're A-okay, but it will be nice to swap that over. Now, we do have a lot of money, $606,000. So this is a good amount to start looking at tractors and other pieces of equipment that maybe we want to upgrade. Now, I had originally planned to swap over to a square baler setup for the bales. However, the kind of nice thing right now is, yeah, we're doing round bales, but we're not having to stop that often, which makes it kind of nice. So we're just going to keep utilizing the round bales the way we have been. It would take longer to wrap the other bales, so we're not going to worry about that. Let's flip this over to 150 centimeter round bales. There we go. Drop it down and turn it on. We also should have turn on automatic drop. There we go. So we'll be able to drop those out. Now, the reason that I didn't go over, because I was planning on getting a Fendt 800 S4. We were going to get a nice little setup of stuff today, but I just decided last minute, we're okay right now. We've got all the equipment we could possibly want, and if the worst thing that happens is I need to spend a little bit extra time in the field baling, I think we'll be okay. Also, with those bales that I was looking at, they were not modified sizes, so we would have actually been in the field a lot longer. Even though they're square bales, it would have taken longer to wrap up the square bales. Plus, it would have taken longer to pick them all up. Here, we can pick them up reasonably fast. So that's why I decided to stick with this baler. It's been modified perfect. Schultz Modding did a great job helping me set it up. It's almost perfect. Speaking of, first bale is out. Man, this round baler extension mod has been super helpful. It makes it so much easier to get these bales up and not have to stop and start every single time. All right, I think I have made a decision. I think we are going to swap this baler out because it is very cool, but it is going to take a little while. So I think we swap this baler out. We go back to the one that we had, the quick bale. We can modify that to look like a Fendt, so all is good there. Hopefully that round bale over there doesn't fly out too far. And we're also going to be able to get rid of our bale wrapper because, well, we don't need it anymore. So we'll be able to swap these out. Starting off the series with that was a little bit too OP. But now I think it's going to be a little bit better. There we go. Get that sold, and get ourselves a baler. Well, I know you guys want to see the 800, so you know what? We got it. I did the whole thing. We've got big Fendt 800. It goes super duper fast. We've got a great setup on it as well with front PTO, all the options, pretty much every single option you could go with. We've got it, and we're putting it on our baler. Yes, sir. Yes, we are, and I love this thing so much. We can now run 180 centimeter round bales if we want to, although I think beforehand we were running 150s, and those seem to work a-okay. Now, there is one thing we have to do before we start running bales. Man, this thing has so much more power. Oh, it's so fast. I love it. 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 We are going to have to get up the bales that we already have out. Reason being, they're technically different bales to the game. So let's see if we can find ourselves this guy, grab our bale trailer, and go and pick those straw bales up real fast. I'm actually kind of happy. We still have like well over, but we cut the amount of money that we had in half. So we don't have that nice, wonderful $600,000 anymore. However, did we really need it to begin with? We don't need to keep that much money in the bank. We need to be able to spend some of it. There we go. Oh yeah, forgot we have these fields down here too. Yeah, we'll figure it out what we're doing. As far as I know, just the 4 bales. We didn't have any more than that. Boom, boom, boom. I think that should be it. Yeah, just 4 square bales. Granted, that's 100,000 liters on there, which is just insane. Absolutely insane. So we'll take this from here. I think we can just drop them off right over there and they work. Yeah, there we go. All right, bales are in. We are good and we can put this over here. Yeah. All right, all set up. Let's get this thing into the field and rock it. I started right over there and just kind of picked up right where we left off, and we got bales going in, man. Bales going in. Right now it is going a little bit slow, though. Take a look at my owned items real quick. How fast is this baler supposed to go? 15 miles an hour. So I imagine that's not going to happen until we end up filling up the first part, the very front tank. And then as soon as we go from there, pick it up. There we go. Back and forth between 9 and 10. That's good. About to hit the front. I think it's going to speed up now. There's 10. And it drops down to 5. Maybe not. You know what? I think maybe we'll just set this at a lower speed. There we go. And enable fast farming. Override. Oh. It stops. That's not going to work. All right, trying something new here now. I have disabled the round baler extension, which should put us where we need to be. I'll tell you this as well. I got to see an 800 series at Fendt, and oh my goodness. They didn't have it set up in the main area. They just had what was it, a 2, a 3, 5, 7, and 9. I think they had like a 100 or something down there as well. They did not have this set out. However, they did have one of these in the main area, the main hall, which was very cool. They had a 700, a 1000, and then I think they had an 800 in there as well. So let's see. Let's double check it. This should give us our answer right about there. And it unloads it the way that it should. Drops it out the back. Please. Turn on automatic drop. There we go. All right. I think at this point it is now just go. Go. Go, go, go. Last straw bale is out. This says we made 14 straw bales. How's about that? Yeah, man. All right. So that is that. We will fold up for now because we're going to have to go over and, well, I guess we'll pick all these bales up. But then we got to come over here and start mowing. It is going to take a while to get all of this mowed up. But that's kind of part of it. So we'll get this parked. I guess like right here is good. Man. This thing sounds so good. There's something about it. I don't know how, why, all the parts just, it sounds so good. Yeah. Let's do it. Boom, boom, and then a few more booms. 14 bales later, we are all loaded up and we can take these over to the store. What I did? Oh, also real quick, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there is like buildings over here that you can interact with across the road. I mean, they've always been here. I just totally forgot about them, and I keep forgetting about them. But there's a decent amount of storage space over here. So hey, if you're ever looking for a place to put your stuff, you can use that stuff, and you're perfectly fine. Where is it? It's right over here, right? Yeah. So it's in an area where technically I don't think we own it, but I mean we could still use it. So. Who's right? Fortunately, there's so much storage room, it's not even funny on the main farm, so we don't have to use any of that. All right, straw bales going in, boom, 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 and there they are. So we have now doubled the amount of straw bales that we have. They are technically different because the baler that I've got makes liftable bales, not regular bales, even though they look exactly the same. That's why it's showing as different. However, they are pretty much identical. So now it is mowing time, and we get to get a little bit of work done. I've also thought about, we have the hay bind, right? This guy over here. Thought about getting one of those headers that just cuts the grass in a wild and crazy way, and just using that. We would save a lot of time, man. We would save a whole lot of time. Matter of fact, I may do that right now, but we are gonna have to get a header that is a little bit different. So we've got our swathing head up here, which I don't know how often we're going to use this. So let's do this. Let's change this up to the Agco brand. There we go. And then let's get a new one right here. This is going to, should be popping up over there. Yep, there it is. This one is going to just mow. So it's not going to ted. It's not going to do anything wild and crazy. It's just going to mow. But I can actually come through and mow all of this off into a certain distance. Like, I can set it to right or left, which I'm definitely going to do. Sorry, I'm coughing a little bit. DjGoHam is still feeling a little bit sickly for some reason. I say for some reason. I went to Europe for 2.5 weeks, came back. What'd you expect, right? All right, let's get this over to one of our new fields, and we'll start mowing. Actually, don't we gotta start mowing? Which one? All right, we need to split this up. We're gonna have to split it up in a certain way. So what I'm thinking is maybe we do grass, where we could do silage on maybe 16, 15, 14, some of those. Although I will say this as well, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I think 16, 15, 14, and then 6 and 7 really need to be paired up. Maybe even pair that with 10 as well, and then just do hay on the rest. We really don't need that much hay. So I'm trying to find like the big fields that we have and make those grass fields so we can turn those into silage. It's such a difficult part of Farming Simulator, especially when you need multiple things. It's like, well, what do you do? What do you get? What do you put in the different fields? You know? It's an interesting one for sure. Regardless, let's put it down and turn it on. Yeah, man. Am loving this. I don't think I can make that turn. I mean, I can. We're going to have to come back and bail that up. That's not going to be fun. But it is working, so that's good. So this header specifically right here, this is, well, it does kind of everything. But if you're on crossplay, I think this is the one that you utilize. And then if you've got the swathing mod, use that on everything else, the other header. But this seems to work a-okay, and especially for mowing grass. The regular one works perfect. Plus, again, saves us so much time. Just a ridiculous amount of time. Let's see if I can get this entire hill right here. I don't know if I can or not. Hey, we got it! Hey, the mower does a pretty good job, doesn't it? Yes, it does. We'll get off of that just a little bit. I'll kind of mow some of this that's in the bushes. It's not going to be good grass for us to be able to use on our farm, but hey, it's more than we had. A little bit better, or a little bit more is always a little bit better. So what we'll do after we do this is I will mow in the opposite direction, and we'll just kind of pile all this up on one windrow. Line it up right here, and boom, done. Perfecto. Yeah, all right. So now let's go maybe to about here so that we can still come through and mow some of that up whenever we come back. And we just kick it all off into the same windrow. Again, saves us double time from coming in. It is gonna bail this up very quickly, but it works. It works well. So if you didn't know about this, hey, check it out. I did see a couple people asking about this mod specifically in the last one. So it works great. And now that we have done all of that, we are going to more or less just kind of run up and down, back and forth. I'm gonna try and line it up kind of like with right there. That way everything goes straight. Yeah, we're missing a little bit here, but who cares? And then we'll just go back and forth, get all of this into one row again, making things nice and easy for us in the long run. And lastly, we'll just come along through the last little spot right here and be done. Bam! Yeah, man! All finished. Sweet. All right. Now I got to figure out what else we're doing. So I think for now, let's take 16, 15, 14, and then 6 and 7, and 10, and that's going to be our silage. And for hay, we'll go 8, 11, 12, 13, and we'll make any changes that need to be made from there if we learn anything about, say, the fact that we did it wrong. But we won't know about that till next year. We'll figure it out. And the last field is done. Well, I say the last field. Second field. That was not the last field at all. Does this have a trailer hitch? I know it used to. I was trying to think of, like, can we throw a baler on the back of this? No. We won't do that yet. We'll save that for part 3. And next up, field number 16. Another field done. It's kind of funny. You'd only see, like, the one pass around the outside and then 2 passes around the middle, but it's twice that. Was that 4, 8? It's a lot. Another field ready to rock. And I've decided with this one, we're gonna go around in a different way. Normally I've been going around on the right-hand side, or the left-hand side, sorry, face it out, and I don't know, decided to do it the opposite way this time. I was getting a little bit bored. Outside's done, and now we run down the inside. I wonder if we could show harvested or not. Yeah, there we go. So you can see exactly what we've been able to do here. Just kind of running up and down. I don't know if I'm going to run a full pass, but I think this may be just kind of a back and forth kind of thing like we would do in a combine harvester. Another field done and done. We are good to go. One more left, and then the rest of it is going to be hay, which is nice and easy for me. So let's do this. Now this field is going to be a little bit more challenging. The turns are a little sharp, and well, the trees are in the way a lot. We're going to do our best, but I may turn on the lights just in case. Nice and easy around the gorgeous corner there. That's going to be fun to mow or bale up. And then around towards the side. Nice and easy, not going too fast. Don't want to rush it. This is not a race. And we are done. There it is. There's all the grass fields that we needed to be mowing up, at least for doing silage bales. As a matter of fact, just to kind of split it up a little bit, why don't we go ahead and bale up said silage bales? That'd be fun. And for this one, why don't we go in reverse order? Instead of hitting all the fields like we did previously, why don't we go this way? Turn it on and rock and roll. We do have fast farming enabled, so we'll slow that down a little bit from 40 miles an hour. I will say this as well, using this baler makes things a little bit easier. You don't have to worry about where you are. Also, that's our pickup radius, by the way, that red line. So if you ever wanted, you can easily just turn on the lights. As long as you've got it customized that way, you just turn the lights on and boom, it'll be done. I think it wraps quickly as well. Yeah, maybe a little bit too fast, but you know what? Hey, I'll take it. So there is one field done, and now I can run over here and hit the next one. A couple more bales off of this field. I think that was 6. I think there's one up there that's hiding from us right now. Next up, we've got this one. You know what? No. Let's go over here. Keep the reverse order going. Turn it on and get back to work. And another field done. How many bales did we get off of this one? Let's see. 1, 2, I think just 3 off of that field. Wasn't a really big field. 2 more to go. Let's hit it. One more bale. This did not take a long time, if I'm honest. Bam. There we go. All right. All the bales are out. We made 14 straw and silage bales. Okay. So out of all the 18 straw bales, that makes 14 silage bales. So we need to make around 10 hay bales in order for this to be worth it. I vaguely remember making more silage bales than that previously, didn't we? Or maybe we just had them. So that's that for there. However, for the rest here, we are going to be running this guy, and it is going to take a few minutes to get all of this done. So I think what we'll do is say we'll see you in the next one, which won't be too far away. So stay tuned for that, where we will be getting hay bales put together. We will getting all that. And then I think maybe it's time to come in and join some of these fields. For example, we've got a lot of wooded area right here between these fields. So that's 3 fields separately, where it could just be one because we utilize them about the same. And then over here, we can continue to cut this tree line down and continue to cut the tree line to over here as well, because this field is a big U shape. So if we cut that middle part out, well, it just becomes regular field, and it'll be a lot easier to harvest that. Our last field over here, this one's pretty good, so I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. As for everything else, there are a few areas around for different kinds of things, this and that. But if we are going to be extending and expanding and really getting a hold of some big fields, I'm not exactly sure which direction to go. Taking a look at the PDA here, if I can get rid of the grass for a moment. There we go. We are pretty much taking up some of the biggest farm field areas. So I think maybe we would have to expand up into here and plow some together, but we will figure that out in the next one. So we'll see you then.